Manoel, I wanted to meet Dr. Silva, your lawyer.
Do you understand what a lawyer is?
I have explained to him.
Good. Manoel, I need some information from you. It's in your interest that you give it to me. Now, tell us. When did you travel upriver for the first time? What people did you meet?
Manoel de Diaz, you are charged with killing Alfonso Vidal in a fight. Was it murder or was it self-defense?
I am your counsel. This gentleman is from the Indian Protection Service. We both want to help you. But how can we if you refuse to say a word? Manoel, who is Mr.? What is Canaima?
Let his wife talk to him.
Senora.
She understands.
Manuelzinho. Manuelzinho, you must speak. I don't want to lose you. You don't want to spend years in a prison cell like this. I have told them all I know, but I don't know things that happened before I met you. I have heard you speak of Mr. in your sleep, but you never told me who he was. I don't know what Canaima means. I don't even know where you lived, where you were born, and who was your mother. Oh, we must know to save your life. Tell them. Or tell me.
My country is Aracuna country, at the source of the river. It is good country. None of us knew that the river was so long and the world was so large. We thought everything ended beyond the mountains. My big brother Pedro had been there and had seen the land flatten out to meet the sky. I had two sisters, Ruri and Malia. My mother was young. My father died from a snake. We had all we wanted. We were happy. After the rains, Pedro took his big axe, which he had traded. He took the fire tube, and I went with him. It was time to make a garden. For an Indian, clearing the land and making a garden is like flying for a bird, like swimming for a fish. Every year I asked Pedro, when shall I be big enough to clear a garden for myself? The day he gave me his axe was a very important day. It was fine to have a brother like Pedro. Pedro knew everything. He knew how to talk to traders. He knew about cassava graters. This time there was a kind of a rot in the quartz. It was soft and yellow. Pedro said it was only good for white men. They liked the yellow stuff. I had never seen a white man. They sounded stupid. You asked me, what is Canaima? Who is Mr.? Mr. was a chieftain. He was bad. He was a thief. He had killed many men and made their sons Canaima. By our law, a man who cannot avenge himself is an outlaw. He is Canaima. Last year, Mr.'s wife had died, and now he was looking for a new wife. He asked for my mother. Even Pedro could do nothing against Mr. He had to agree. When they were ready to go, Mr. said that his new wife would be lonely. He asked for my sister Rory to go with her. Pedro had to agree to that too. What could we do against a mighty chieftain like Mr.? We all knew he was bad, but he was stronger than us. Now I know there are many misters along the river. After 5 days, Rory came back to us. A great shame had been done to her. We knew that we must kill Mr. All day we sat making the arrows. But Mr. was cunning. That night while we were sleeping,
Your Excellency, members of the jury, I am defending a man whose life has been like the fate of a twig which, falling into the current, is swept away from the tree which bore it and is carried further and further along peaceful reaches and around sharp bends, over waterfalls and through whirlpools, the stream always growing bigger, the twig more and more helpless. My intention is to show that the case of Manoel de Diaz is more than a case of manslaughter or of killing in self-defense. The prosecution has told you that the only words the defendant uttered were Canaima and Mr. I shall prove to you how these two words are the keys to the case. My first witness is Senor Joshua Harrigan.
Senor Harrigan, the defense has called you to testify in this case.
Yes, Your Excellency.
Your witness, Senor Silver.
Senor Harrigan, tell the court where you first met Manoel de Diaz and under what circumstances.
No, sir. Excuse me, sir. I've sworn to my boss with my hand on the Holy Bible not to tell anybody about the place he got gold from.
Senor Harrigan, you want to help Manoel de Diaz.
Sure, Your Excellency.
Then tell us, in your own words, how you first met him.
Well, Your Excellency, we were panning for gold in a small creek. Just Mr. Jones and myself. And Boxer, of course. Mustn't forget old Boxer. It was he who found him.
Dog. Boxer! Boxer!
Maybe a snake, boss.
No, he wouldn't make that noise. Hey, Boxer, where are you? Boxer!
Maybe he's found meat, boss.
No, not meat. Indian boy.
Oh. Maybe he can find food for us.
Let's see, not with that leg he won't.
Ask him, boss.
And what language, for Pete's sake? Just our luck, another mouth to feed.
What you going to do, boss?
Well, we can't leave him here to rot. We'll have to get him back to the camp. Come on, give me a hand. You get his leg there. That's it. Come on. That's it. That's it. Come on. You'd scream your head off if I did this to you.
You're right there, boss.
But what are you staring at? Go on, get on with your packing.
What about a little Indian?
No, he'll be fit enough to look after himself by tomorrow.
You'll stop, Mr. Jones.
Well, we'll give him a tin of beans. And don't forget to open it. How's it feeling now, eh? Well, what is it? What are you staring at, boy?
Greater? Harrigan, here!
Yes, Mr. Jones, you sound all excited, Mr. Jones.
You can have anything you like if only you'll show us where they make them. Cassava graters loaded with gold. Listen. You give these, they give you food. Food.
Go. You go.
Yes, now go. Go.
Don't know why he's hesitating, boss.
What the devil's going on? They're his own people.
Kanaima!
Kanaima, that's it. He's an outlaw. They're gonna kill him.
No, boss, no shooting. Don't shoot, boss.
Come on, run, boy, quick!
So we had to give it up, Your Excellency, and leave all that beautiful gold in the hills. With the Indians against us and the boy to look after, what else could we do? It took us 3 weeks trudging in the hot sun to reach the river. 3 days later, we came to Boa Vista and civilization, if you can call a little shack town civilization. Only the prices are civilized, Your Excellency. We had no money left, so Mr. Jones goes along to see Colonel Popino. This Popino is king, bank president, mayor, police and fire brigade up there, Your Excellency.
Colonel, you've got to help me. This is the chance of a lifetime.
This is interesting what you tell me. Most interesting. Raphael, we'll see what can be done between friends. Now, what exactly is it you require? Raphael, a bottle of whiskey. The English whiskey.
Well, I can manage with 3,000 milrays and passages for myself and the boy.
You're taking this Indian to London?
No, that's hardly possible. I plan to leave him in Manos. And while I'm away, he can learn to speak Portuguese and get himself a bit civilized.
Senor Jones, why not leave him here with us, here in Boa Vista? I will take him into my household, and Donna Serafina can teach him to speak Portuguese. It will occupy her pleasantly. The money, that can be arranged. Now, let us drink to a happy outcome of your trip to London.
Thank you. And prosperous days.
To success.
Goodbye. Pleasant journey.
Mr. Jones!
Hey, come back, you Indian!
Come back! Come back! Come back, boy! Come back!
As I expected. The boy's uncivilized. I have prepared the regulations of work and rules of conduct for him.
But surely, Signora, he cannot read.
Then read it to him.
Yes, madam. Be obedient and thoughtful at all times. Remove hat when speaking to me.
To me?
Bath at least once a day. Keep teeth clean. Avoid contact with village loafers. Timetable. 5 o'clock. Rise. Brush teeth with salt. Fetch water from the river. 6.
We were like father and mother to the boy. We civilized him, and gradually he learned the language.
And why did you do this, Colonel?
Senor Jones asked me to look after him. He seemed very fond of the boy, and I thought it was my duty.
I see. Thank you, Colonel. My next witness is Rafael Morales.
Now, Manoel, you are a very bright boy. I can see that. You learn our language quickly. Donna Serafina is satisfied with you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, Colonel.
You do understand. So, that's good. Now tell me, where did Senor Jones find that gold?
I don't know.
You do understand, don't you? Don't you? You said you did.
Yes, sir, Colonel.
And answer me. Where did Senor Jones find that gold?
I don't know.
You blasted Indian! I don't know. Well, now you know. I'll teach you to talk.
And did he talk?
No, senor. Not then, nor any other time.
You mean that such scenes were frequent?
Yes, senor. But the worst one of all started quietly enough with a letter.
Gonzalez Cafe, understand? Put away that letter. Don't show it around.
Yes, sir, Colonel.
What do you want?
I have a letter for Santa.
Give it to me.
No, I must give it to her myself.
Santa?
Oh, from Philadelphia.
No, it's from Colonel Popino.
That's the same. Tell him I'm engaged.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Maria?
She's in her room. I'll call her.
No, it's you I want. Manoel, I know you were taking messages for the Colonel.
Yes, Senora.
Have you ever taken messages to the house of Maria Gonzalez? I know you have.
Yes, Senora.
Do you know where the Colonel is now?
Perhaps in the shop.
No, I've just come from that. Leave that silly cat alone. I want you to go to Maria Gonzalez Cafe and find out if the girl Santa is there.
The girl Santa?
If she is not, go to the third house on the left from Maria Gonzalez Cafe and find out if the Colonel is there.
Go on. Clear off. I'm busy.
What brings you here, my dear?
You swine.
Why, my dear?
Do you think I'm as stupid as you are? Do you think I don't know about you and your Santa? About your other affairs? About the dirt you like to live in? Do you expect me to live in it too? I despise you. Everybody despises you. They only speak to you because they owe you money or want to owe you. What they wish you is disaster, ruin, so that they can kick you as you are kicking them. And I hope that I'll be there to see it.
I'll kill you for this. But I'll kill you slowly. Come here. You know what that is? According to these figures, you're very much in debt. You owe the house far more than you ever earned. Do you know what that means?
No, sir, Colonel.
It's the same as stealing. You're a thief, Manoel. You've taken more from me than you've given. You could be put in prison for that. However, I'll give you one more chance. Tell me, where did Mr. Jones get the gold? You dumb Indian. I've got a better place for you than prison. Tomorrow you'll go to join my Balata bleeders. 18 days up the river to Fortaleza, then 6 days into the jungle to the camp. And when you get there, Dantos will look after you.
That woman be?
She is Concession.
Concession? By my life, it is Concession.
But she came up 4 weeks ago.
Perhaps nobody came out from the forest to show them the way to the camp.
Ele não sabe que seu dia é hoje. Ele não sabe que seu dia é hoje. Ele não sabe que seu dia é hoje. Ele não sabe que seu dia é hoje.
O céu forrado de veludo azul marinho veio ver devagarinho onde o boi ia dançar. Ele pediu para não fazer muito ruído, que o santinho distraído foi dormir sem se lembrar. E vem de longe o eco-suro do bumba sambando, a noite inteira encurralado batucando. E vem de longe o eco-suro do bumba sambando, a noite inteira encurralado batucando. Bumba, meu pai do campo, bumba, meu boi bumba.
Bumba, meu pai do campo, bumba, meu boi bumba. Bumba, meu boi bumba.
Bumba, meu boi bumba. Ele não sabe que seu dia é hoje. Ele não sabe que seu dia é hoje. Estrela d'alva lá no céu já vem surgindo, acordou quem está dormindo por ouvir galo cantar. Na minha rua resta a cinza da fogueira que levou a noite inteira fagulhando para o ar. E vem de longe o eco-suro do bumba sambando, a noite inteira encurralado batucando. E vem de longe o eco-suro do bumba sambando, a noite inteira encurralado batucando. Bumba, meu pai do campo, bumba, meu boi bumba.
Bumba, meu pai do campo, bumba, meu boi bumba.
Bumba, meu boi bumba. Bumba, meu boi bumba. Ele não sabe que seu dia é hoje. Ele não sabe que seu dia é hoje. O céu forrado de veludo azul marinho veio ver devagarinho.
She's smiling. She's looking forward to seeing her father.
I'm worried, Teresa. Why are they so long sending for us?
Look at little Maria. She's not worried. Everything will be all right, Conceição.
You love her, don't you? I do hope you're going to be all right at the Balata camp.
Now you're worrying about me, too.
You'd better go and wash the dishes. Supper will be ready in a minute.
Of course.
I will help you. Are you civilized?
I can read and write.
Is it the salt that made you civilized?
Salt?
Yes. I've heard most Indians got civilized because of salt. White men give them salt in exchange for garden things. The Indians get used to the salt and they can't do without it.
Was it salt that made you civilized?
I'm not civilized.
Of course you are.
No, it is just that I have clothes and know the language. A year ago, I had never heard of that language. I had hardly heard about the white people. No, I'm not civilized. Can you sing?
A little.
Can you play the guitar?
A little.
Oh, competition, eh?
Moreno, cor de canela, cor da pomba juriti. Moreno, cor de canela, cor da pomba juriti. Tu não sabes, ó moreno, o quanto eu gosto de ti. Tu não sabes, ó moreno, o quanto eu gosto de ti. Ai, Jesus, ai, que dor no meu coração. Moreno, me pega, me atira no chão, me aperta com força no teu coração. Ai, moreno, me pega, me atira no chão, me aperta com força no teu coração. Tenho amor a gente baixa, por meu amor ser baixinho. Tenho amor a gente baixa, por meu amor ser baixinho. Gente baixa tem beleza e delicado carinho. Ai, Jesus, ai, que dor no meu coração. Ai, moreno, me pega, me atira no chão, me aperta com força no teu coração.
Chico, Chico, do you hear? Down below, like rats. Maybe some animal at the food supplies. Get your knife quick. Feliciano! Matea! It is Matea and Feliciano. You come from the camp? Without food?
Not for 8 days.
Were you on your own?
We lost the way. Dantos sent us to look for the 6.
What 6?
The 6 who were to meet you.
No one came?
They got lost in the swamps like we did. Or tried to escape.
There's no escape here. Not from the jungle?
Nor from the colonel.
How is everybody at the camp?
Oh, dying like flies. Only flies don't die.
Fever.
And Dantos. You got the girl he's expecting?
Yes, she's there.
Good.
How is Dantos?
Sick.
Sick?
Sick in the head. He never speaks except to shout orders.
And he carries a loaded rifle day and night.
Make it today. I didn't want to spend another night in the forest. So Lisboa, your wife.
What? Of course I saw.
course I saw.
Miss Bauer! Liz Bauer, you dog! Come here!
I'm coming.
Come here. Right here. Where do you think you are, bringing a woman here and a little brat? Nursery?
I am in the Republic of Brazil, senor. I know of no law in this country that a man's wife and child can't join him if they want to.
Listen to me, you educated pig. There's only one law here. I know only one part of that law. Article 32 of the Winchester Constitution.
Senor Dantos, I'm going back.
Back? Where?
My wife and child, too, when the supply canoe leaves. The others want to go, too. We shall die here, all of us, if we stay.
You're in debt to the Colonel. You haven't worked off your advances or the food you've eaten.
I'll pay him back.
How? Live on your wife? What are you waiting for?
And stop that blasted little brat of yours squealing. Is she the housekeeper?
Yes, Senor Dantos.
Get out. Come here, girl.
I shall work well, senor.
And you'll live well. Go inside.
Thank you, senor.
Go inside.
You're wasting your time. Nothing you can do about it. Best go to sleep, huh? Good night.
Good night, Chico.
Teresa. Teresa, It's me, Manoel. The man's got some sickness. He won't think of you.
Thank you.
Sur Lisboa.
What? What is it? What you want? Who are you?
He came with us, Alfredo. His name is Manoel.
Sur Lisboa. I know something about that bad man.
Well?
The man has some sickness. When he thinks no one sees, he sticks pins in his legs.
Well?
Well, he doesn't feel them. The pin goes in without hurting him at all. If he presses with his finger, a hole comes, and it takes a long time to fill up. He's very afraid.
When did you see this?
Now.
You wait here.
What do you want?
I want to tell you how we stand. I've talked to the men. All of them want to abandon this camp. Let us bring in tomorrow all the balata we bled, and let us go down to the river. Otherwise, we shall all die.
Die? Who's afraid to die? Perhaps you are afraid.
It is your death I am speaking of, Senor Dantos.
My death?
Don't you smell anything, you pig? Don't you feel anything? Look at your leg. I've been holding a burning cigarette against your naked flesh and you don't feel anything. I and the others will get out of here somehow. And what will happen to you? Come, senor, perhaps you don't have to die.
Each night it has been worse. Each night a little higher. I have counted. In 8 more days it will reach to my knees.
Not if we move fast. This is beriberi.
No. It is leprosy.
It is not. I have seen both. It is beriberi. 4 days' march towards the river, there are some lime trees. If you get some fruit, you'll have a chance to get a marinero. Tomorrow, we bring in all the balata we bled. Day after tomorrow, we leave.
Each of us must do what he can if we are all to get away. My wife and Donna Paula will cook. Feliciano, Zay, Fernando, Chico, and all who are strong enough will carry the sick. The new girl, what's her name?
Teresa.
Teresa, yes. She can look after them, and the Indian boy can help her. If you all help me, and with God's help, we shall get back to the river. And we did get there, Your Excellency. Even Dantos. Some died on the way. Some got impatient and went on ahead and got lost in the swamps. Once we had to take to the swamps ourselves. But most of us saw what we had never hoped to see, the river. It took us 12 days paddling to get below the rapids. Then we had a stroke of luck. We came on a steamer towing a string of canoes. I knew the skipper. I had been a skipper myself before the slump.
You must have been crazy going off in the jungle like that.
I had to pay my debts.
You could have borrowed the money.
I couldn't be sure of paying it back.
You're too scrupulous, Alfredo. Or too proud. You're one of the finest skippers on the Amazon. You could have a ship for the asking.
You know I tried that.
Yes, that was months ago, but trade's picking up. There are half a dozen boats waiting for skippers. There's the Purus, the Almera, the Tupan, the Arara.
The Tupan, is she free?
Sure.
Chico, what do you think of that? The Tupan, she's a fine craft. I'll need a crew. Engineer, deckhands, a steward, and stewardess. I think the ex-housekeeper of the great Cipriano Dantos will do. And that reminds me, I believe I have a cabin boy, too. First mate. What do you think of that?
What? A steamboat like this? All rattles and smells? Ah, no. Give me a snug little fishing boat with a fine orange sail, a fresh breeze, and the open river. That's the life for me.
What do you think of that? When he might be mate of the Tupan. You must be crazy, man. her steady as she is, no closer to the bank. Your duty ends in a quarter of an hour. I want you to carry on for another 2 hours on your own.
Yes, Sulisbar. Thank you. Thank you.
You've learned quickly, Manoel. I shall raise your wages to 40 mil race.
Thank you, Sulisbar. Can I have the money?
What's given you that idea?
Oh, the cook's boy gets real money.
Cook's boy's a confounded nuisance. He's no example to anyone. I shall keep your money until you've learnt the value of it.
'Tis like having a garden where nothing grows.
Your account grows. Don't rack your brains with things you don't understand and keep your mind on your duties. We've got passengers on board. You've got to be doubly careful when there are passengers. Keep her out a little. Now I shall make up the log. And your account.
Yes, Sulisbar. Sulisbar?
Yes?
I don't like passengers.
Oh, you don't?
They think when they pay for their tickets, everything belongs to them.
Well, in a way it does. While they're on board, everything is for their use and comfort.
Not everything.
What the devil are you doing? I'll wring your neck.
Sulisbar, I don't feel well.
You were all right a minute ago.
I feel sick.
That's no reason for sinking the ship. Don't you ever dare leave the wheel again. Here, you take over. Your spell isn't finished yet.
You can go now. Better get to bed at once if you're sick. He doesn't look very sick, does he?
No, senor.
Teresa!
Manoel! I didn't know it was you. I thought it was that awful man coming back again. I am sorry. Come in here before someone sees you. If you aren't dried, you'll have fever.
I was afraid you liked the man, the passenger.
Teresa, there's something between you and Manoel, isn't there?
Yes.
Well, do you want to get married?
Married? I don't know. We haven't thought about it.
Well, don't you think you'd better?
Why, please? We're very happy.
But you can't just decide to go on being happy, like a pair of birds.
Why not? What's wrong with birds?
There's nothing wrong with birds, Manoel. Only you don't happen to be birds.
We don't want to be married. Thank you.
Of course you do. Don't you want to make a home?
Yes. When I'm married, when I made a home, will I get my money?
I shall take even greater care of your money when you're married. You neither of you know how to spend wisely.
It is not so with my people. When a man takes a wife, he's no more a child.
I've a good mind to wash my hands of the whole affair and have done with you and your...
Let's take things one by one. We were speaking of marriage. You don't want to marry Manoel. Very well. But then, of course, you won't be able to see so much of Teresa. We can't have the passengers talking.
That's right. We must think of the passengers
It is I who love Teresa, not the passengers.
All right, Manuel. Cut along back to the bridge now.
I won't marry Teresa.
Then someone else will.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, hold it please for a photograph. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Want to marry them at all.
Why not, Father?
The boy is a wicked heathen.
No, Father. He may be an Indian, he may be primitive, but he's not wicked.
He made a terrible confession. In cold blood.
Manuel? I can't believe it. What has he done?
It wasn't anything he had done, but something he had omitted to do. Has he ever spoken to you of Mr. and Canaima?
No, why?
Confession is secret. Alfredo Lisboa, as a good son of the Holy Church, I tell you to pray for his salvation. To guard him.
Yes.
Trepa no coqueiro, tira coco, jipe, jipe, nhaco, nhaco no coqueiro, olirá. Trepa no coqueiro, tira coco, jipe, jipe, nhaco, nhaco no coqueiro, olirá. Papai, cadê Maria? Maria foi passear. Papai, cadê Maria? Maria foi passear. Olha os passeios de Maria. Faz papai e mamãe chorar. Olha os passeios de Maria. Faz papai e mamãe chorar. Trepa no coqueiro, tira coco, jipe, jipe, nhaco, nhaco no coqueiro, olirá, lá, lá, lá. Trepa no coqueiro, tira coco, jipe, jipe, nhaco, nhaco no coqueiro, olirá. Maria é moça nova, sorteira não tem juízo. Maria é moça nova, sorteira não tem juízo. Os passeios de Maria só pode dar prejuízo. Os passeios de Maria só pode dar prejuízo. Tu trepa no coqueiro, tira coco, jipe, jipe, nhaco, nhaco no coqueiro, olirá, lá, lá, lá. Trepa no coqueiro, tira coco, jipe, jipe, nhaco, nhaco no coqueiro, olirá.
I'm sorry to break up the party, but we sail in 10 minutes.
Oh. Bye-bye, Teresa. All the best.
Well, how's it feel to be a married man?
Too many people kiss the bride.
It's harmless fun, Manuel. You must learn to see the lighter side of life. Don't take yourself too seriously. It's good to laugh at times and chuck your troubles overboard. Won't you try? How old are you?
I don't know.
Did your mother never tell you?
In my country, no one pays any attention to such things.
Well, you'll have to have an age.
Couldn't you give me one?
You might be 20 or 21.
I'll be 21.
All right. Now run along to your wife. And remember what I told you.
I will, Lisboa. You're like Pedro.
Pedro?
He was my brother.
Oh.
A lovely night dress for the lady. Straight from London, straight from England, the best British silk. Mixed, of course, with the best Indian cotton.
No, thank you.
Something for the gentleman. Something nice in shirts. This one. The finest silk known, finer even than British silk. Imported by me from China and offered at a price that no shop could compete with. I have no overhead, sir. 10 mil raise takes it.
It is beautiful.
A single occasion, a last opportunity, 10 mil raise.
No, we haven't got 10 mil raise.
I can get it from Lisboa.
Then go to your Lisboa, my friend. For a small deposit, I will keep it for you.
I have only a mil raise now.
What about the lady?
Well, I have got a mil raise.
Splendid. No doubt the beautiful lady will lend you hers. 2 mil raise will keep it for you. I'll give you a receipt. The gentleman likes the smell of my hair. Queen Brilliantine of the Brothers Roger. It comes from France. Chic, eh?
Chic? Yes. How much?
Manoel, we haven't got the money.
15 mil race the bottle of the Brothers Roger. No one brother could conceive this. Smell it, my friend. Smell it, my lady.
Beautiful.
As I have the bottle open, I will let you have a sample. Here is the comb. The lady will hold the mirror for you.
Do you really like it?
I never had a fine thing like that on my hair.
Chic, eh?
About that money. It's yours. You've earned it. But if I give it you, it'll be gone like a puff of smoke. 2 mil race are puffed already.
I like the silk shirt.
Look, my son, it's the first time you've been in a big city. There are men here who live by robbing people of their cash, with their tricks and their cheap, useless junk, like that silk shirt of yours. I'll bet it hasn't got a month's wear in it. Make you look like a monkey on a barrel organ, only you'll smell worse.
Teresa, Manoel.
Well, here, Concession.
I have paid a deposit, and I want to have it.
I have a surprise for you. Just by chance, I found the right thing. Cut the string, Alfredo. 2 very strong ones for working, and this one if you want to dress up.
It's not the kind I want.
What?
I like the silk one.
Oh, Manoel, it was such a poor one. And these...
You said you liked it.
I didn't really.
Come back, Manuel.
Let him go. Teresa.
Manoel, please don't quarrel with Lisboa. He's so good to us. He likes you.
Likes me? Likes to work me without giving me any cash.
He puts it away for you.
How do I know?
Oh, come, I will get you something to eat.
I don't want to eat.
Well, you've come back sooner than I expected, senor. Have you got the money?
Lisboa won't give it me.
Who is this Lisboa, your father?
He's the captain of the two-pan. I earned the money. He says he's keeping it for me.
Keeping it? Are you politically minded? Yes, I can see you are. You dislike being a poor caboclo. You dislike being a serf living in poverty. You dislike bosses who say they'll take care of your money.
Now, look here, do you want to buy something?
You want to sell that shirt?
Sure.
And you want to buy it?
Yes, senor.
Come with me.
Yes, senor.
There are green shirts and black shirts. All sorts of shirts. If I were you, I'd lay in a good stock of this material. The boy is with me.
Wait here.
You, turn your collar down. Don't you know that must not show? We don't want any trouble with the police yet.
Hey, the secretary will see you now.
Maritime Brotherhood. What's this? I only deal with the regular union.
Manuel de Ders is at liberty to join whatever association he prefers. He's just joined the Brotherhood. And he has grievances.
What sort of grievances?
What pay does Manuel de Ders get on your ship?
At first, I thought I would throw you out, and that I would throw him after you.
And why don't you?
I'll tell you. Because if I do that, this young fool will always believe you that I've cheated him. He is paid 50 mil race a month. Apart from that, he gets food and quarters. So does his wife.
How long has he been employed at that rate?
14 months.
Like 700.
He's had 132 mil race in cash and 210 in clothing, leaving a balance of 358 mil race.
Why don't you let him have it?
Because I think it's safer here than in his wide-open pocket.
So you maintain that you would have given him this money? Seems to be all right.
You understand that?
Yes, Senor.
Good.
But that is not all, my friend. The Brotherhood dislikes paternalism. The Brotherhood's main principle is to maintain and believe in the dignity of its members. We would prefer to see a workman draw all his money and waste it in a single night, rather than have it carefully guarded by you.
You talk about workmen. What do you know about workmen?
I am the secretary of the Brotherhood, a fellow workman.
Honest workmen are members of recognized unions. You're a liar, a parasite. You're trying to tell this half-civilized Indian that I'm his enemy. Get out of here. Both of you. Before I kick you out.
Get your things.
What do I do with Teresa?
Bring your Teresa. In a week you'll earn 10 times as much as you earn on this ship.
Here. Oh, no. No paternalism.
Oh, you gave me a fright, Manoel. You're such a fright.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
40 mil raise. 1 day's work.
1 day.
That's the proper rate. Everybody gets it. Now you see how Lisboa cheated us.
Don't say such things, darling.
Why not? Lisboa is an exploiter, a bloodsucker. I'm hungry.
What dreadful words. Where did you learn them?
At the Brotherhood. Want to hear some more?
Oh, no. In the Tufan, we didn't have to pay rent and buy food, did we?
Those things don't cost much.
Oh, they do. Food is terribly expensive.
If you want more money, you can have it. Look, we are rich.
Manoel, all that money, where did you get it?
From the bank. Consorcio Uruguayan helped me to draw it. Oh, you should have seen the bank. It's all shiny and big. And the money they have there.
Oh, don't let it lie about. Can I keep it for you? I could hide it here.
No, I'm not a child.
Of course you're not. But we aren't very used to money yet.
You talk like Lisboa. It's my money. I earned it. This time I'm going to keep it.
Have you paid your membership fee this month? This month, membership fees will be raised by 20%.
Brazilians, Brotherhood members, fellow workers, you won't have long to wait now. Your check shirts, proudly worn over your stout hearts, will be the salvation of our great country.
Hey, you! Catch this rope. By my life, it is Manoel, the little Indian.
Chico! Good old Chico. Hey, that's a lot of fish you have there. But where is your orange sail?
Oh, I couldn't get one big enough in orange. Come on, jump down. Today's catch. Not bad, eh? How is the Tupan and Senor Lisboa?
For them, I have left. I work here on the docks. I earn 40 mil race a day.
40 mil race. That's a lot of money. More than I get in a week sometimes for bringing my fish from the end of the river.
Isn't this the end of the river?
This? Wilhelm? No. It's another full day's sail below here.
What's it like where it ends?
Like? It's not like anything. There's only water. The river is brown, and the sea is blue. And it goes on and on till it meets the sky. Come along with me. I'll take you down there. A free passage. You can help me with the fishing. You don't like fishing. Well, you can clear a bit of land, make a garden.
Garden?
Sure, it's a free world when you're out of work.
Me, out of work? I've all the work I want. Do you want a job? I'll find you one.
Work in the city? Not me. The wide river, the sea, and the sky is all I want.
That's the life of a slave.
This is queer talk. Who is teaching you these things?
The Brotherhood of Maritime Workers. Oh, you should listen to the speeches, Chico. You should join. We workers must unite to be free.
Me? Chico Salazar is free already. As free as the wind on the sails. As free as...
Chico Salazar, get on with your work. Get these baskets ashore. While you sit there gossiping, the others are making the best prices.
Who is he?
He owns this boat. I had not enough money to buy one for myself.
No orange sail. Poor Chico. Why shouldn't you have an orange sail?
Why? Because the boss is a man who's got no feeling for the beautiful things in life.
It's a bad case of paternalism.
What is that?
You're an underdog.
Eh? Slave? Underdog? Patronism? If you're going to call me names, you'd better go.
Listen, Chico. I'm your friend. All workers are friends. I've had a letter calling me to headquarters. All members of the Brotherhood have to report. You come along with me. There'll be speeches and work. 40 milresh a day.
Every day?
Yes, but you must be a member. I'll make you a member. Will you come along?
40 milresh a day. I could save.
And buy a boat?
No harm in having a look.
Come on.
Yes, sure.
Consorcio, I have a new... He's my friend, Chico Salazar.
You can't come in. Members only.
But
members only, don't you hear?
Yes, Consorcio.
Now I know what an underdog is.
Never mind, Chico. I can go in. I make you a member. I have an idea. I'm going
Tell me your idea. I don't like it here.
Go and visit Teresa. Rue Cantorera, 237, first floor. I shall come as soon as I can.
Teresa.
Yes. We are married.
Teresa. Oh, you mean little Teresa? You are married. Congratulations. When did this happen, huh?
Come in, you.
See you later, Chico.
Hey, not this way, through the back way. Don't you listen to orders? Hey, you, Consorcio Codino, won't you?
Consorcio Araguan, I have a new member.
Shut up. Can't you say he's busy?
It is in Consorcio Coutinho.
No.
Well, get in and see him.
Consorcio Coutinho.
Consorcio Tadeus, the hour is at hand. The supreme test of your courage and loyalty to the Brotherhood. This envelope contains your marching orders. Go straight home now and stay there until the lorry comes to collect you. In no circumstances must this be opened until the lorry comes. If the lorry does not come by sunset, destroy it with its contents by fire. By fire, you understand?
Yes,
Consorcio. For Rio.
Excellent. And the plane? The plane is ready?
Everything is ready.
Yes?
Consorcio, I have a new member.
Not now. You had your orders. Go and get your uniform. Go. Go!
Don't keep us waiting.
Come on.
Just a moment.
Oh, it must have cost an awful lot.
Didn't cost anything.
Manoel.
You mean they gave it to you free?
Yes, because I'm a member.
Manoel, what's going on? What's all this rushing about?
Isn't it beautiful, Teresa?
Free, eh? What have you got to do for it?
You always ask questions.
Oh, Manoel, tell us, please.
When is sunset?
Nobody gives things away free.
Soldiers get the uniform free, don't they?
Soldiers must fight.
Yes, Manoel.
I might have to fight.
Fight? What for?
The cause, Rio de Janeiro.
The cause? What cause? Tell us. Do you know where Rio de Janeiro is? What it is? It is a big town, more than 1,000 miles away. Do you know what a mile is?
I do know, but I won't tell you.
Oh, Manoel, they want you to fight and you don't know why.
Don't you want me to fight?
I want you to stay with me. I have nobody else in the world.
They're here, I must go.
Manoel, for heaven's sake, what are you doing? What's going on?
Oh, Manoel, don't leave me.
Don't be a fool, boy.
Get out of my way, Chico!
You are Manoel de Dios?
Yes.
Your name appears on the membership list of the Maritime Brotherhood. I have a warrant for your arrest.
He has done nothing wrong.
This is absurd. Manoel is an old friend of mine. He would...
If you have any statement to make, Senor, you must come to the station. Come along, de Dios.
Same orders as the others. The arms dump down by the harbor.
I did not know.
He doesn't know anything about this, officer. Listen to me.
He can speak for himself.
He can't. He never wanted to harm anybody. We just want to live.
So do other people. In peace, Senora.
In the police station, they were kind to him. They said they were after the leaders. Manoel used to call them the chieftains.
What happened then?
The police said he must not leave Berlin in case they wanted to question him again. He came back late that night. Oh, he was in a dreadful state.
I don't understand. I don't. I thought I was doing good. Let's run away, Teresa. We have the whole night. We can walk far before dawn to places where their cars can't follow us.
What could we do, Manuel? How would we live? How could we defend ourselves on our own?
I have lived alone in the forest. I shall defend you. I know how to defend you there, but I don't know how to defend you here. Oh, this is a bad place.
All we knew was that nobody would give work to Manuel because he had been a member of the Brotherhood. We owed our rent and we had no money. It seemed just as difficult to escape from a city as to escape from the jungle. Then one day the festa came, the festa of Our Lady of Nazareth. We joined the crowds in the streets, but we were more frightened than in the jungle. We felt we would never get away from all those people. They didn't understand us, and we didn't understand them. The whole city seemed to be at the festa, so we went down together to the docks. There might be work.
There's a likely-looking fella.
Hey, you! Want a job?
Me?
Yes, you fathead!
At this rate, we shan't get away tonight.
The men are annoyed at working overtime.
Union?
No, the union allows it. They get extra pay for it. It's the festa. They don't like working during the time of the festa.
You blackleg, you?
Me?
So it's you, eh? We don't want no brotherhood round here.
I'm hungry. This is the first job I had for a long time.
Shut up and get out of here!
He's working. Then why shouldn't he?
Get out of
Hey, you! Stop that! Come on, they mean business.
I want to work. I must work. I have a wife.
Your wife, that dirty little slut.
Get some water. Call the police, too. You can skip the water. He's dead.
What's he say?
What's your name?
Kanaima.
Kanaima. Is that his name?
Get moving! Get back to work! Police will look after this. No need for the rest of you to stand around gaping. This ship's going to get away tonight if I have to beat it out of you. Get back to the winches up there! You've seen a dead man before? Come on, come on! Get this thing up! Hold it! Look out! Hold it! Get him on deck! Collapse him up there! Stop him! Get away! Quick, after him! After him! Catch! Look, hold it! Quick of him!
Pull the fishing boat. Come on, jump in. Start the hammer. Come on.
You went that way to the fishing boats? Yes, that's right. Over there.
Chico, it's me, Manoel. Help me up, Chico.
By my life.
The police? I must get away from here.
The police? Again? What have you done?
I've killed him.
Come in here, quick. Hold it.
I've killed him. I've killed Mister. I'm not Kanaima anymore.
Manoel! Manoel, do you hear me?
Teresa. Teresa.
Listen, Manoel. Listen to me. Listen, you little Indian. You can't get away from the police. You've killed a man. You've got to stand your trial. That is the law.
Down that boat there, the Lusitana.
Give yourself up, and I'll find Teresa.
Your Excellency, members of the jury, we know the rest. The power of evil made him an outcast. Evil followed him along the river. Evil led him to this brawl, and in self-defense he killed evil. The twig in the current has traveled a long way. I feel that here is our last chance to save it or lose it. Before you judge him, I beg you to consider which is guilty, the twig or the current. If we condemn him, I, for one, shall never again believe that the laws of civilization are any better than the laws of the jungle. But if we set him free, well, he has made some staunch friends. One of them, I'm sure, will be willing to help him to make a garden.
O céu forrado de veludo azul marinho veio ver devagarinho onde o boi ia dançar. Ele pediu para não fazer muito ruído, que o santinho distraído foi dormir sem se lembrar. E vem de longe o eco surdo do bumba sambando, a noite inteira encurralado batucando. E vem de longe o eco surdo do bumba sambando, a noite inteira encurralado batucando. Bumba, meu pai do campo, bumba, meu boi bumba. Bumba, meu pai do campo, bumba, meu boi bumba. Bumba, meu boi bumba. Bumba, meu boi bumba. Ele não sabe que seu dia é hoje. Ele não sabe que seu dia é hoje. Ele não sabe que seu dia é hoje. O céu forrado de veludo azul marinho veio ver devagarinho onde o boi ia dançar. Ele pediu para não fazer muito ruído, que o santinho distraído foi dormir sem se lembrar. E vem de longe o eco surdo do bumba sambando, a noite inteira encurralado batucando. E vem de longe o eco surdo do bumba sambando, a noite inteira encurralado batucando. Bumba, meu pai do campo, bumba, meu boi bumba. Bumba, meu pai do campo, bumba, meu boi bumba. Bumba, meu boi bumba. Bumba, meu boi bumba. Bumba, meu boi bumba.